Soy, the final frontier. I'm Comrade Britt.
And I am Pat Var. These are the voyages of the starship USS Church of Trek, our ongoing mission.
To explore old Futurama episodes, both cringe and based, and to boldly go
where no fan has gone before. Soy Trek the podcast is here.
Soy Trek.
One half vegan, one half queer. 100% communist, unless we have a less leftist guest. Patrick and Britton, talking, joking, farting, and shitting all about Star Trek. Like our buttholes, the show is wrecked. Soy Trek the podcast is here. So listen to Soy Trek right in your ears.
Oh, Crimson Crazy Crabapple.
The Crimson Ghost.
Yeah, I'm just looking through CR here in my my dictionary, my pocket dictionary. I keep a pocket dictionary. You do that?
I keep a rhyming dictionary.
Oh, you do? Yeah. That's why you're so good at hip hopping and rhyming and doing the rhyme hop, the rhyme hip, and the rhyme hop.
Yeah. When I'm not doing this podcast with you, I am competing in underground rap tournaments.
I know you are. I know.
I lose every single battle.
But at least you try, you know?
My name is Pat, and I'm here to say I'm really cool in a very cool way. Then I just start stumbling over my words, and they all boo me. Yeah. Happens every single time, and I can't get past it.
Yeah. And now your opponent, MC Double Homicide.
Yeah. And yeah, he basically just makes me look like a fool.
Yeah, they always do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. One day I'll be better at that underground rap competition.
One day Dad'll love me.
One day
Dad'll be proud of me for my underground rap competition skills.
Bring a trophy home.
It's like, what is that? Is that firewood?
Yeah. They don't even give trophies at the underground rap competition. I have to go make it myself.
I bought this at a trophy store. It says last place.
Yeah, last place.
Every time.
In the underground rap competition.
I'm not even good underground. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Underground.
Yeah. That and like crawl around in the sewers.
Yeah. That's what I like to do underground. This is Mitch and Maury. This is the Mole Cast.
We are the mole people.
We are the mole people.
We live in the sewers below celebrity houses.
Some of us live in the sewers. Some of us live in other tunnel systems we've created. I personally have created my own. I flipped, a couple tunnels. Lived in them for a few months, and that's kind of what I do is like flip bigger and bigger places.
Oh, well, look at you.
I'm a mole hum flipper.
Oh, well, I simply wallow in the filth.
Oh, you're just part of the renter class. Then.
I am part of the renter class.
I am more of the rentier class of mole people.
Yes, you buy and sell.
Yes, the petty bourgeois, really, of property.
I'm more of a squatter.
Yeah,
I don't really, and by squatter, I mean I'm not living in these sewers legally of any kind.
It kind of sounds like you are.
I mean, I'm a squatter, as in like I perch up beneath the toilets.
Yeah. So you squat before you take a big old shit.
No, I'm below who is squatting. If you get my drift.
So you like the poo poo?
Yes.
Yeah. It's none of my business. I sell places, flip places, real
tunnels,
estate.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't really care about your the poo poo.
No. You're in it for the money. I'm in it for the poo.
And I guess that's why we have you here on Molecast today, is to get a different perspective, because most of our listeners, you know, they come from places online like Reddit and r/flipping, r/slash mole flipping, r/slash mole houses.
Yes.
You know, a couple Facebook forums like Mole Homes, Mole House forums.
Yes.
Mole dens.
We also release a newsletter in Braille for our blind mole people.
It's bi-monthly.
Bi-monthly, yes.
Bi-monthly. We're thinking of maybe taking it to seasonally, because, you know, what's the difference between 4 and 6 issues a year?
Yes.
It's a lot harder to keep up with, you know. Oh, this is bi-monthly, so I guess I get February, April, July. It's too much, you know.
And mole people are notoriously hard to come across, and you know, it's hard to ship them to the blind mole people who really need it, and they're very slippery in a way.
And the thing is, the mole people have those big claws for their digging, because you have to dig, you know, your own shelter. But living in tunnels has unless you buy one of my flipped mole shelters,
which are very well lit.
Very well lit.
Yes, and you don't need to dirty your claws at all.
Oh, not at all, unless that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? Ha 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 ha.
You could say my claws are very dirty, as I said before. Yeah. I'm a squatter.
No.
It's amazing what people flush down their toilets, if you know what I mean.
That's the end of Mole Talk forever.
We're going to put a pin in Mole Talk.
Yeah, we're never bringing that back. That's a dead dream to me. So we have a Patreon, patreon.com/dummitybs. You should go sign up for as little as $2 a month. You can have a say in what we watch. And patrons voted this week that we're going to watch and review some Futurama.
Yeah.
So
I haven't watched Futurama in a long time.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of the new season, and it was kind of like not great, and so I didn't watch anymore.
Yeah, I kind of regard it in the same way as The Simpsons almost, where it's just like...
What's the point?
Yeah, and it's just like it had very strong early seasons, and then just kind of tapered off, like, whereas like, yeah, just like the same Simpsons. Like, Simpsons still going, like, what, in season 30 something?
Yeah, this is actually still within the good seasons, I think.
Yeah.
I feel
this is very much...
Yeah, like in their initial run, which is like, what, 6 seasons or something like that, it's like all pretty good, and like... It depends which time they bring it back, if it's good or not. Yeah. Mostly not.
Yeah. But yeah, who decides it comes back, like a Make-A-Wish type thing, or or deal with Satan, or who knows. Like I think the new season's on Hulu, and I think that's just around the same time Hulu was going up to like what, $20-something odd dollars a month, and I was just like, no, I'm good. I don't need to see this anymore.
No, and I can always just put it on my server.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, yeah, it's not.
Which is also available at patreon.com/dumbidiotbs. I have over. Did you know I have over 1,000 fucking shows on there now?
Damn.
Over 1,000 shows.
Damn.
Which is like almost as many as most streaming services. It has 17,000 films, which is more than all streaming services combined. So if you're into movies, it's the motherfucking place to be.
It is the place to be.
You've been watching a bunch on the Media Dungeon lately. What have you been watching?
I have we watched the Fall of House Usher.
Yeah, I've been watching that. I'm into episode 4 now. Yeah. It's really good so far.
Yeah, I was coming up with like I was trying to also like they're all based. Each episode is a different Edgar Allan Poe story. Right. And I was also trying to like the other day I was thinking like trying to like each child. It's also I think like also a sin, a mortal sin. They embody a sin of some kind.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, I was trying to piece them together. I think I got it figured out for the most part. Especially like the colors, or like they wear, are also associated with the certain sin that they're part of. So.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of piecing that together. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So I was like making those connections in my brain. So that was pretty good.
Is that what you think of when you jerk off?
When I'm welding, like I have nothing to think. Yeah, but
yeah. A job that's very hands-on. You get to thinking a lot, and that's a problem for someone like me who thinks a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I typically just think about TV shows. Yeah, just.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. You're just like thinking about old reruns of like Everyone Loves Raymond. You're like, yeah, Ma, you're right.
Raymond.
Yeah, I do love you.
Yeah. So yeah, that's typically like on my mind and repeat. Yeah, I've been watching the Foundation series. I didn't get to watch that initially because it was on Apple, and nobody has an Apple subscription.
Yeah, no one has, unless you get it like free with a new phone or some shit.
Yeah, so I was like, ooh, I can finally. I was reminded of it because people were talking about Star Bridge on Twitter, and I was just like. Oh yeah, I forgot about the
Foundation. Yeah,
that first episode with the Star Bridge is fantastic.
Is that what you masturbate to?
Yes.
Good. Good.
Yes. Now
give it to me, Star Bridge.
Yeah, it's a really good. It's like not clearly not like true to the novels per se.
But it doesn't need to be.
It doesn't need to be. It's
the
telling
novels
its own
are
story.
very like almost encyclopedic.
Yeah, it's telling its own story, which I like, and it's taking the concept and making a fun story around it.
Right.
Almost, it gets kind of Game of Thronesy at some points, but I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, Game of Thrones was good at some points. So
yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
So today we're watching Futurama.
Hells yeah.
The folks voted on this. This was number 2 on their list of things we should watch. So we're watching it. It's Where No Fan Has Gone Before, the Star Trek episode of Futurama. Season 4, episode 11. This one was directed by Patty Shinagawa, who previously directed King of the Hill and Angry Beavers.
Oh, hells yeah. I loved Angry Beavers.
Yeah, and went on to direct the Wow Wow Wubsy movie.
I don't know what that is.
They have worked in the animation department in like every animated show in existence, basically. And then this one was written by David A. Goodman, who has written for Family Guy, Star Trek Enterprise, and The Orville. Oh. He also wrote Fred the Movie, based on YouTube personality Fred. Yeah.
Good for him, I guess.
No, it's not good for him. So we start. Shatner's log, air date unknown. The impossible has happened. And it's revealed that William Shatner's disembodied head is in Zap Brannigan's courtroom, and he's a judge of some sort in court proceedings. And he stops Shatner and tells him to bring in the accused, who is Philip J. Fry, who is accused of traveling to the forbidden planet Omega-3, a crime punishable by 12 concurrent death sentences. He's in some sort of wheelchair thing. And
he's in Pike's wheelchair.
Yeah, he's in Pike's wheelchair. Yeah, from TOS.
Yeah.
With the light and the beep to communicate.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep.
And gets to beep yes or no for his crimes. He pleads not guilty and then begins recounting what happened in beeps. Several days ago, they were in the movie store renting movies because, of course, in the year 3000, they have a movie store.
Yeah, they have a VHS store.
Totally. Fry says the first 6 Star Trek movies average out to be really good, and everyone in the store hits the deck. Apparently, the words Star Trek are forbidden and illegal. The cops show up, and the crew sneaks out. Back in the courtroom, Brannigan says hopefully somebody would explain this with a more sexily seductive voice. It zooms in on Nichelle Nichols, but George Takei says it's his pleasure and tells him the show was banned by Star Trek Wars. This was a fun gag. I liked it. Nichelle takes over and says by the 23rd century, Star Trek became a full-blown religion. And it shows like a church of Star Trek that people are lining up for, and then shows like a church proceeding, and then like
strangely only TOS era.
Yeah, this is kind of strange. Yeah,
but I'm guessing that's just because that's the actors they had. But yeah, like the Church of Trek,
they did have Frakes though too.
Oh yeah.
Frakes was up in this briefly. So world leaders became threatened by the Star Trek movements, and thus by thus executed them in the manner most befitting of virgins by throwing them in a volcano, which was pretty fun.
Yeah.
The sacred texts were banned, and that was like the series on tape, and they were sent to the forbidden planet of Omega-3.
Mm-hmm.
Leonard Nimoy says it was scoured from human memory. Bender takes a stand, and Fry is suddenly okay, and he doesn't need the wheelchair, and lets Bender in. Bender tells his story.
Yeah, through beeps. Beep, 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 beep.
Yep, more beeping. Fry runs into the head museum and tells Leonard Nimoy he came as soon as he heard about Star Trek's cancellation. The camera zooms in on him, and Nimoy tries to divert, but he can't escape it. Nimoy cries. He says 300 years ago his fellow cast members' heads left him behind because he signed a 6-month lease on his apartment and couldn't commit to traveling with them. And they travel to another planet. Fry says they can still get the series back and takes Nimoy's head. Jonathan Frakes jumps out from behind where Nimoy's head was and enjoys the front row.
Yeah.
And it actually has, briefly, Frakes' voice in this episode.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I wonder if that is that his. I was about to say, oh, is that his first voice actor? And I'm like, no, of course not. Gargoyles and shit. So
yeah. So on the ship, Fry tells Leela and Nimoy what Star Trek means to him. The computer warns them they are near forbidden space, and they lose control of the ship as it crash lands on Omega-3. There they find a town full of Star Trek sets. William Shatner jumps out of the original Guardian of Forever Gateway, as does the rest of the bridge crew, with Welshie being a new addition. And I said they picked him up recently, and he's also in a red shirt, should be noted.
yes.
Their ship was also stranded, and...
That's why I thought it was weird. Like, I mean, they did leave James Doohan out.
Well, he was dead by this point.
So was Forrest.
I don't think Bones talks at all, does he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Bones doesn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
So they could have had James Doohan.
That's true.
Like, they could have, but I guess, like...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's true.
But then they couldn't make the Welshie joke, but still.
Yeah, we like the Welshie joke. Yeah. Welshie was a fun character.
But also, like, they don't seem to refer to...
they do refer to Scotty.
They don't refer to him by name, I don't think. They don't call him James Doohan.
No, they don't call him James Doohan. They call him Scotty, though. Yeah. So after Leela, next Leela testifies, and oh no, we didn't get that. So while she's the new addition to the crew, their ship was also stranded, but they never age, and Sulu has ripped abs. And I didn't realize that the I think they alluded to this moment in one of the very short Trek episodes, the 4th one.
Oh yeah.
When he's like, "Check out my ripped abs," and rips off his shirt. I think that was like an homage to this, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, or I mean, he did have some, especially the one episode, he's like, fencing shirtless. Like,
oh yeah, we love that.
He did have some good abs.
Mm-hmm. He did. He
had a good body.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So suddenly an evil cloud appears and kills Welshie. Yeah, he's red-shirted.
He's red-shirted now.
Mm-hmm. Next, Leela testifies, and the evil cloud turns Leonard Nimoy into a full person. And the cloud tells them that forever ago he got the Star Trek episodes on tape when they crash-landed there, and he's seen them more than anybody. Fry says he knows the most about Star Trek, and the evil cloud says he waited for the one they call Spock, and says that at last they can begin, and declares a Star Trek convention.
But since like they only seem to have sent the TOS, that makes me think like TNG, Deep Space Nine, Enterprise, all the others are still freely available on Earth, or were they just completely destroyed and lost?
Maybe just lost. If media doesn't get like upgraded to like the current format, sometimes it gets lost, brother.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. Then only TOS still exists.
Yeah, there's some like TV shows that I can't find, like Harry and the Hendersons.
What? You can't find that?
The show. I mean, the movie's easy.
Yeah.
I'm talking the show.
Dang.
From 1990 to 91. It's like impossible to find. Same with the Uncle Buck show from the early 90s as well.
Oh, yeah, that's gone. Maybe find Brimstone.
Brimstone.
Yeah, that was about, it had Lori Petty in it, and it was about a cop who goes to hell, clearly. and
all cops go to hell.
Yeah, and
except maybe dog cop. I don't know. We'll get into that later.
But but the cop is brought back to Earth by Satan, who's played by the guy who played Clamp. I can't remember his name right now. And Gremlins 2. And so Satan brings him back. A bunch of people escape from hell, and he gets this cop named Brimstone. And Brimstone has to destroy these escaped souls' eyes, and they're the most evil people in hell, and they have to send them back to hell.
I think I remember my dad watching that when I was younger. So it's probably a stupid, dumb, funny show.
It was pretty good. Like, Satan kind of just fucks with Brimstone. Like, Brimstone can't die by conventional means. He only die also by having his eyes destroyed. So Satan will like kick Brimstone down the stairs, and he'll get all fucked up, but come back to life. And
interesting.
Yeah.
So Melvar, the evil cloud, gets autographs and a picture with all the cast of TOS, and Shatner does a mean rendition of the real Slim Shady, which is pretty funny.
How can he do a spoken word about a rap song? Which is pretty good.
At trivia, Fry is ahead, and Melvar decides it's time for the cast to perform his Trek fan script, and Leela weasels their way away back to their ship. Leela, Fry, and Bender fly away from the planet, and Fry says it's wrong to leave them, the TOS cast, there, like, captive. And in Star Trek, someone would usually come up with a simple analogy for something very complicated, and Leela comes up with, like, a thing like putting too much air in a hot balloon. In a balloon, as it's explained. They fly back where the cast is painfully trying to do the fan production, and it's very bad.
This is also this is kind of like kind of like what the premise of Galaxy Quest. Remember in the beginning, like
a little bit.
He does think he's going to go just do somebody's bad fan production, like when he's hungover, and he goes on the ship and he thinks like, oh, I'm just acting in this bad fan production, getting paid, and it's kind of like the same kind of premise, I guess.
Yeah, precisely. And this was done after Galaxy Quest. So.
Oh, was it? Damn, so they stole from Galaxy Quest.
Oh, everything steals from Galaxy Quest, my brother. Think about it. What doesn't steal? Every Star Trek episode past Galaxy Quest stole from Galaxy Quest.
That's true.
Yeah. It became too self-aware at that point.
I am just noticing your board over here connected with red yarn.
Yeah.
and with all the
everything. Do you notice your picture right there in the middle with the eyes crossed out?
I do.
What do you think that's about?
I don't know, but everything on the board's leading to Galaxy Quest, except me. My red yarn's leading to a picture of a grave.
Yeah, I painted that picture. Do you like it?
I do, yeah.
That's a nice grave, isn't it?
That's a pretty cool grave.
You're next, motherfucker.
Oh, I'm next to get that picture of the grave you drew? Awesome.
Yeah, if that's your last request. You got it, friendo.
You got it, friendo.
Where are we?
They're going to blow Melvar up.
Yeah. What's that sound? Is my cat drinking water or something?
I don't think so.
Oh, wild. They fly back to where the cast is doing the fan production. Melvar makes himself the star of the show, and both Shatner and Nimoy try to give him directing advice based on their respective films.
It all comes back to Star Trek V.
Always comes back to Star Trek V, baby.
It's like, I was able to direct Bill because I respect him, and I was able to direct myself because I respect me.
So, with the Planet Express, Bender is done reconfiguring everything, and they fire lasers at the planet. It hits Melvar, and he grows bigger. He draws strength from their weapons, becomes a giant hand that grabs them and forces them towards the planet.
Down on the planet, Melvar feels lousy, saying that while the actors were trying to pull the script together, the genuine space heroes were trying to save them. His whole world is turned upside down, and his one option is to pit them against each other in hand-to-hand combat in order for him to determine who deserves his devotion. Which, cool. That makes sense. Plenty of sense.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. He loves Star Trek like he wouldn't love just like these random delivery people.
Yeah, that's very true. But they're the heroes that are trying to save the Star Trek cast.
Oh yeah.
So he says this is a standard battle to the death. And Melvar signals the start is they all run away. Shatner immediately rips his shirt and throws off his boot. With the Planet Express crew, Bender has a machine gun but wastes all the ammo, just like shooting wildly into the air.
Yeah. I do like Shatner's able to really like make fun of himself in this episode.
He is more so than you usually see.
Yeah, he's had a lot of moments of self-deprecation, which he's typically not known for.
Yeah,
like that sort
true.
of like humility and like self-awareness.
Yeah, kind of poking fun at like his past and like how he kind of like does silly stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Shatner tells Takei to do a karate chop, and Takei thinks this is offensive, but Shatner says he never talks about himself, and Sulu says he never shows any interest, which is a tender moment.
Yeah, it's also fun to see them really like acting like again like together, because also like Shatner and Takei have had a long contentious relationship, and just like that, and it seems like they were able to just have some fun with this, which is really nice. And I'm wondering if it is because like
it was just voice acting.
Yeah, voice acting, and also like Shatner is also like being a little humble. He's being humbled in this,
right,
instead of being like an obnoxious asshole.
right. We like that.
Yeah.
So, with Fry, he has a bow and arrow made out of caterpillars, and it fails. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, he just gets a face full of caterpillars.
Nichols Nichelle Nichols does her fan dance like on Star Trek V, and it entrances Bender before Takei does a karate chop on him. Leto runs up against Shatner and they fight. Suddenly, the whole cast is fighting with the Planet Express crew. The Vulcan neck grip doesn't work on Bender, and Leela gets the best of Shatner. But then they start making out. Melvar is pleased. Suddenly, a larger cloud with glasses tells Melvar it's dinner time, so he has to put away his collectibles. Fry notices that this whole time, it was just a child. Like in a Star Trek episode, but then the mom says he's 34.
He's 34.
And disappears. So Fry says it's their only chance to escape now. They come up on Shatner cuddling with Leela with lipstick all over his face. They was making out. They was doing a sex.
They was making.
They was having a sexual together.
They was making the beast with two backs.
Hey girl, you wanna do a sexual with me? We gon' be sexual together.
You and me, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
That's horrifying.
No, it's horrifying. Yeah, that
9/11.
Nah, yeah. Being caught in 9/11 would be a horrifying ordeal.
Yeah.
I feel bad for everyone involved in that day. Who do you think had the most horrifying? The people on the plane or the people like in the building, like knowing? Which would you rather be?
Ooh, that's hard to say.
Like at least in the building, you can like jump out.
Yeah.
In hopelessness.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably would want to go instantly.
Yeah. You'd want to be like one of the people in the building from the initial blast.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And it just happens when I'm like in the washroom or something, just like washing my hands. Just, like,
and you're like, huh.
Completely oblivious.
Sounds like a airplane's headed towards this building. What the fuck?
Damn, who's watching something at full volume on their phone?
Yeah. You're just thinking you're there. It's a good thing that jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. That's a good thing. I really right now. It is so hot. Why is this fire so hot?
Well, I'd hope that I would just be turned to cinders instantly.
Yeah, you'd hope, but.
Yeah.
But the fire's hot. Why is it so hot?
Because it's jet fuel.
Yeah, it melts steel beams.
Yeah, it melts steel beams.
But it doesn't, does it?
It doesn't.
I don't know. Tell that to Building 7. It's the 7-Eleven I'm talking about, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because it took 11 hours. I don't think that's true. To fall over. So 7-Eleven, you know, they were trying to tell us something that whole time. All throughout the 90s, they were telling us something. We didn't listen.
We didn't listen.
Yeah. Just like the Circle K. What do you think K stands for?
Kellogg's.
No. Obviously Kakistan.
Oh, okay.
Right? That's where all this is being planned. Uh-huh.
Or knives.
Mm.
Starts with K.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that start with K, but that's not the yeah, it's a conspiracy about knives. That's right. Sure.
Yeah. It's November.
November. You're right. It is November.
And
how are you celebrating November?
Knives.
You ever stuck a knife in any of your orifices?
No.
None of them?
I mean, maybe my mouth. I've used I put peanut butter on a knife and ate it off.
Okay, there's one.
Yeah. So I guess that's a knife in my orifice. Yeah.
Sure. Anything else? I've picked earwax out of my ear or earwax out of my ears with like a pocket knife or something.
With a Bowie knife.
Yeah. You know. You don't have a Q-tip. You gotta do something.
Yeah. I've actually learned that Q-tips are not supposed to be used.
Shut the fuck up. You get the fuck out of this podcast with that fucking attitude. Q-tips go in your ears and they feel like magic right after a shower. After you melted all your earwax.
Yeah.
Oh, they feel so goddamn good and they clean up your ears and your ears feel clean and nice at all times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It feels like a soothing spa day.
Yeah, right in your ears. Like, if you ever gotten cum in your ears or like pool water, it's the opposite of that. It's the opposite of that feeling.
Yeah, I did have lake water entrapped in my ears.
No, that's what we're gonna call it now. Bukkake lake water.
Yeah, lake water.
Lake water. Sure, gotcha. So, Fry says it's their chance to escape. They come up on Shatner cuddling with Leela with lipstick all over his face. They fucked. The Planet Express has life support but no engines, and the Star Trek ship has engines but no life support. So they put the warp nacelles onto the Planet Express.
Yeah, and this has there's not one but 2 instances of welding in this episode.
Oh, yeah. Is that what you masturbate to?
Yes.
Okay.
Like has Bender, he's wearing a welding mask for some reason.
Yeah.
And when they're like making the lasers blow up Melvar in the beginning, and then Fry, I think it is welding the warp nacelles on this Planet Express ship.
That's all pretty cool, dude.
Yeah. I was just like, hey, welding. 2 welding instances. That's
welding instances.
That's fun.
We'd love to see it, baby.
Yeah.
So they combine the warp nacelles with the Planet Express, but they still have to dump the Trek crew's bodies.
Yeah.
They just dump them out the front. But they can still bring the tapes. They have enough room for that.
That's good.
Yeah. The Planet Express flies away, but a ship comes out of warp and fires at them. It's Zap Brannigan's ship, the Nimbus, and it's seemingly there to save them, but they are immediately under arrest, and that brings us to the present in the courtroom and the reason they're there on trial. Leela says this was a stupid reason for a court-martial, and they're still fighting Melvar, who is firing on the Planet Express, so this is still like something that's active.
Yeah.
We just like interrupted, I guess. So Zap Brannigan runs to the bridge with them of the Planet Express, and Melvar says if he can't have the original cast of Star Trek, then nobody can, and prepares them to die. Fry asks why he'd want to kill them and says a TV show can't become your life. And Melvar says maybe he could move out of his parents' basement, and says in another life he could have called him friend. Fry says this is a quote from episode 10, Balance of Terror, but Melvar says more like episode 9 and declares victory. Very petty. Very Tom Petty baby. You know what I'm saying? Full Moon Fever. You know what I'm saying? American Girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Free falling.
I think about free falling when I masturbate.
Yeah. I always like to say free balling.
Free balling. That's what I call it.
Ballin'.
That's what I call it when I'm not wearing underpants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Feels good.
Not wearing underpants.
Baby.
Baby.
So Fry, the Trekcast wonders if Fry or if Melvar was really so evil with all that he gave them, meaning that he gave them kind of generous benefits.
Yeah. He's rum, both clear and spice, or something like this or something.
Fry reminds them all they had to do was put up with one really annoying Star Trek fan. And they groan as the Planet Express flies off.
Yeah, they're like, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah. That's the episode.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, this is a very, a very nice homage to fucking Star Trek TOS in
great.
general. And not really the film so much, to be honest.
No,
There wasn't a ton of
they
stuff
reference
from
them
those.
a lot, though.
A fair amount.
Yeah.
More I feel like episodes of the show and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there was just it was chock full of of references, though. It was hard to capture them all.
Yeah, it was great. Also great to have basically all of the living cast together.
Yeah, that was really fucking cool of them.
Yeah, because now since then, like Nichelle Nichols, Leonard Nimoy, they died. Who else died? I think it's it.
Of the ones they had on here, because we still got Takai, still got Shatner, we still got Walter
Coing.
Yeah, I don't know about Welshie.
Yeah, Welshie, he's gone.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it was great to have them all working together, especially after like their long history of hate, or at least like hate for William Shatner.
Yeah,
and
put that aside for just a little while.
And I liked Melvar a lot. Like, he's great. TOS era type villain, and also
Very
kind of
much so.
and also kind of like a little bit of Armis as well.
It was kind of like that one on God, what's that episode? It's like a delirium cloud or some shit like that. It's an evil cloud.
Yeah, we love evil clouds.
Yeah. This was a fun episode, I thought, of Futurama, and a nice way to deal with Star Trek and make an episode about Star Trek without it totally being about Star Trek.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure. Did any Trek members? Because I know, I think no wait, but did they ever reappear? I can't think of if they did or not.
I know Takei's been on there quite a few times.
Yeah,
I'm sure Shatner's been on there too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Nimoy because Nimoy died, not too, maybe a decade after this. Yeah,
because they all sound really great. I thought the voice acting sounded amazing.
Yeah.
It's only a shame. Yeah, we lost James Doohan. Since
he's such a great voice actor.
Yeah, he was great. But yeah, no, I thought it did great for what it was. It was very funny.
What do you think the best designer drug would be to take and watch this episode?
Designer drug, so it'd have to be I mean, I have to admit, I haven't done any of those.
Well, that's why I'm asking you. So you might have a premonition instead of an experience. You know what I'm saying?
I have some insight. Yeah.
No, not insight. Premonition.
Oh, premonition
instead of experience. No insight.
Okay. I'm going to say Molly. Why not?
All right. I got some of that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna roll pretty hard and watch your ship.
Yeah, roll it. Yeah, and just like sit back and enjoy what's gliding over you.
Mm-hmm.
Just enjoy it. Enjoy the ride.
I'm gonna roll and I'm gonna mull. And we're back to the Mullcast, everybody.
Oh no!
We said we weren't gonna do this again, but here we are. We're flipping houses as moles. We're doing dirty deeds. We're
dirty deeds. Dirty deeds.
Why aren't you saying the words? Why are you minking?
I'm a mole, man. I don't know the words. I have to admit, I don't know the words to that song.
Really? Dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
Oh, that's it. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
That's right. And you do that a bunch. That's the whole chorus,
song.
Pretty much. Yeah.
AC/DC kind of sucked.
Yeah, you know what's cool about AC/DC? Is I don't have to listen to them if I don't want to.
Exactly.
That's the best thing about AC/DC.
You can't stop me, a mole man, from singing it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that Australian bullshit up in here.
Yeah, I didn't even know they were Australian until much later.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just another thing to hold against them.
I just never listened to them. Mm-hmm. I remember I had a friend when I was in middle school who was really into him, and he was like, no, he's cool. He wears his school uniform when he sings. I was like, oh, that sounds pretty lame.
Yeah, sounds like it's for dorks and stuff.
Sounds like that's pretty stupid.
No, check it out. He wears shorts and like a little tie and stuff, and he's actually like 5'2", and
he looks like he has the stature of a little boy.
Yeah, he's like a little boy that's balding with like weird hair, man. That's not cool. He's cool at guitar, but like other than that, it's weird, dude.
I feel like if you saw him from behind, you would think it was a child.
Like if you saw him without a guitar, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, he would like turn around and it'd be unsettling because then you would see like a little.
He looks like the fucking crypt keeper in a fucking school uniform.
Yeah, you would just be like, "Oh, it's a little boy just walking around," and then you turn around and be like an old man, and that would be just like a shock to your system. You'd just like, oh god, it would just like invoke that sort of fight or flight response within you, and then you would just like either hit him with a rock or run.
Hit him with a roll.
Hit him with the roll. Hit him with the roll. Yeah.
That's my new rock and roll thing. It's my duck call.
Hells yeah, you got to bring that into the rock and roll.
Everyone loves a duck call.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm sure fucking Ted Nugent has done a duck call in one of his songs now.
I mean, probably.
Yeah, a song about duck hunting and fucking and voting Republican. Duck hunting and fucking and voting Republican.
You know, and meanwhile, where we would have an aversion to seeing what would look like a tiny boy, Ted Nugent is actively looking for
give me that tiny boy that played the guitar.
Yeah, for people especially children. He's just
it's okay. He can wear a ski mask.
Yeah, he would see someone from behind, a woman from behind that looked like a 14-year-old girl, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah," but then she would turn around and be a much older woman, and he would be angry.
Yeah,
he'd be angry. Where if we saw that, we'd be kind of have revulsion. He'd just be angry that it wasn't actually a 14-year-old girl because he couldn't.
Yeah, why would we have a revulsion to that?
It'd just be unsettling. We wouldn't expect it.
No, I'd be like, if it was a 40-year-old woman with a tiny body, I'd be like, I fucking like a boyish body. Let's do this 40-year-old woman.
Oh, so where you would flock to that. Ted Nugent.
I'm into that body type. Yeah.
Ted Nugent would be like, oh God, why? Yeah.
Yeah. Because Ted Nugent doesn't like him a little bit old, a little bit seasoned, a little bit mature. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just say Ted Nugent's had a history.
Yeah, I like a fine wine. He like a bottle of cold duck. Yeah, he was 4 years old, straight out of bottle.
Let's just say he's on the sex offender registry, baby.
He is on
the sex offender registry list, baby.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah. Yeah, So this is a pretty fun episode, especially if you're a Trek fan. If you're a Futurama fan, it's not consequential at all to anything whatsoever.
No, it's fun to watch. Fun to watch our little friends dance around on the screen. And, be fun, have fun adventures.
Yeah. It's what I think about when I masturbate.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You got to really start keeping a list.
Right.
Got to be like, all right. This is everything, so we know what to avoid to not invoke that during the podcasting.
No, I can keep it in my pants.
Okay,
I don't always. That's why I have a table here. It's not glass. I could have used a glass table.
And there's a large blue tarp that's beneath you.
Right. Gotta have the tarp. Mm-hmm. Or it smells like carp. Carp.
And the Diet Pepsi flavored lubricant.
Gotta have the tarp where it smells like carp.
Oh my God. Diet Pepsi flavored lubricant.
I don't care.
No. We could have had
I don't do the flavor thing. We don't need the flavor.
You don't need a flavor.
That's extra stickiness all the time.
It's true.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense.
Right.
It could be a water-based one.
Yeah, water-based are great.
Yeah.
If you're using like condoms or things like that. Yeah. You got to get some silicone-based stuff.
Oh.
Go raw. You know what I'm talking about?
Make sure you're not getting the
silicone.
Make sure you're not getting the silicone-based sealant. Let me tell you.
I tell your brother the silicone caulk. No, thank you. No, I'm like silicone for my caulk. Yeah, that makes sense. Turns out caulk is spelled a different way.
Yeah.
Duh. So.
Yeah, silicone caulk, not cock.
Yeah, but they kind of say it the same way. And
yeah,
stuff.
they do. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, you gotta enunciate caulk.
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 That's what milk should be called.
Caulk. Yeah, you're right. It's like milk from a cow.
Because milk, on its own, it could be from any animal.
Anything, or even like an almond titty.
Yeah, its provenance is up for debate at that point. Right. Milk can come from many different things, so it should have like the modifier there.
Cow milk.
Caulk.
Caulk.
Yeah.
It sounds like a question, no matter how you say it. Caulk.
Would you like some caulk?
Caulk.
I need caulk for my cereal. Caulk.
Order the caulk. Drink the caulk.
Drink the caulk. It almost sounds like you're Scottish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here
I am getting some caulk.
We need a standard for milk, though. So we couldn't call it caulk because we need something that the other milks try to imitate and aspire to be.
Then you would have alk for oat milk.
Alk.
Alk.
Yeah, it sounds like you're milking an owl, and I don't really like that.
That's for milk for an owl, that would be owlk.
Owl.
But for oat milk, it'd be
who-elk.
Yeah, I mean owlk.
Who-elk.
Owlk.
Who-elk.
Oot.
Because they say who.
Hoot.
Who.
Oh, hoot.
Hoot.
Oh, because give a hoot. Give a hoot.
Hoot.
Don't pollute.
And
then pollute is milk from pollution.
So like runoff.
Yeah, so runoff. Yeah, garbage water.
Yeah, the fucking shit they have in like the bar at the end of the night.
Yeah. Oh, can I have some pollute?
Yeah, that'll be 2 cents. Yeah. That'll be negative of $1. You get to drink the Palook. You get paid to do it.
I've already drank all my hulk. Oh, your owl milk. You've drank it all already. Yes. So I need some. So I need to give a hulk. Don't pollute.
Don't pollute. That's I think the message of this episode of Futurama.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably a good place.
We stopped talking about Futurama about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're getting into the Hulk.
Get into the Hulk debate.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if owls can be milked. I'm not even sure if they produce milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only one way to find out.
Google.
No.
Let's go milk us an owl too.
Oh, I mean, we could, but I don't know. Owls
Let's go squeeze us an owl and see what comes out, baby.
I haven't encountered that many owls in the wild, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not enough. I haven't been close enough to one to grab it and milk it.
Then what do you think about when you masturbate?
Anything else? Do owls
Bummer.
produce? 'Cause I'm pretty sure they just like throw up in mouths.
That would be good.
Because like, I don't think only mammals make milk.
Oh, you think only mammals make milk?
Yeah.
You're probably maybe right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like
I'm not sure what a platypus does.
Platypus is no, I think they feed their young. I'm not sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess owl milk would just be like barf.
Yeah, yummy. Who-elk. It's who-elk.
They'd be like, ooh, drink my nutritious bile. Ooh.
It's just they make owls like throw up in just like mechanical babies' mouths all day, and they just collect that and call it a whelk. It's part fermented depending on what they find.
Yeah, just owl pellets are in there, just soaked up in the owl pellet. Yes, God, I'm making myself sick.
Yeah, keep going. That's how you get it all lubed up.
That's how you get it all lubed
for the
up.
gagging. The Walton Gaggins.
Oh yeah, I'm making some hook of my own. Self-produced hook.
Yeah.
Make me that whelk, baby.
All right, I think that's a great place for us to leave
Yeah,
it.
I think we've gone insane.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging with us, Soyagers. Be well, travel safe. And wait, is that your line? No, that's still my line.
Yeah.
Be well, travel safe. And you know what? Check out this episode of Futurama. And Futurama in general, it's a pretty good show up until a point. Up until I'd say like season 5 or so.
Yeah, I like it. Like, it was good replacement for The Simpsons for a short while when The Simpsons became bad.
Yeah, it was suddenly like good Simpsons again for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it kind of got old like The Simpsons.
Yeah, and I think it probably ended at a good point. I haven't watched too much of the new Hulu season because I got rid of Hulu, but kind of felt like where it had ended before was probably a good place to just leave it, just move on. But
yeah,
oh well. But we got hook to drink, so thanks for checking with the Soy Boys, Girls, and Ugly Beans. Hang dong and
One of us is a robot.
And one of us is a chipmunk.
We got the robot and chipmunk connection.
And we are milking some owls up in this bitch.
We're gonna drink milk. We're gonna drink milk. It's so tasty. Everybody drinks milk. We're gonna drink milk.
Drink up